Okay,
What's up,
Drax.
people?
What do you mean? What the fuck, Trashy? What?
All Trashy's fault.
Yeah. Okay.
It's always Trashy. Camera.
In and out.
I just it changes size a little. Easy enough to.
I don't know.
I'll just turn you off.
Yeah, that'll work.
Problem? Alrighty, we should be good. What's up, chat? Welcome to Sundays of Vampire Stuff. Wednesday's Curse of Strahd went relatively well. Still no Zedriel, but never know. What now? What? Wait, what? Zedriel, I mean, Echo's cameras. Aussie internet. Solve the problem. But yeah, so everything went pretty good. Problem solved. What's up, Scripsy? So, yeah, don't forget you got your channel points to help out with the players in the Vampire Masquerade as well. There are a couple there. They are designed for a single use. So just bear that in mind when you do use them. You'll only be able to do it once. So be very careful who you decide to give help to.
Just a question: can they be given to the DM as well?
Say certain can.
Okay, just checking.
Able to get storyteller as well. You basically click it, choose who you wish to give the willpower or the luck roll to, but it generally has to be used on the player's next skill check in that session. Bear that in mind, players. And a resub from Baz, 16 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We'll turn over to Baz now for the recap. Roll20 is up. Want some audio stuff?
Cool.
Playing.
Righto. Get that up, get my story up. I'm prepared. So, last time, recap. Zane went through some footage. He found the name of a window washing company, Wipe Your Glass, who were too thorough on the particular side of the building, especially the side where the window had been blown out. He went back to his own haven, which was an all-night cafe. He continued his late-night work. He found out that the users of the window washing boom had actually hired the unit under a false name. Their identities were well protected, no matter how he tried. He did discover that they were likely to be part of the Australian Secret Service or something to that effect. Jackson and Aaron were given the other rifle. They noted it had different ammunition to the first, and that the ammunition had been altered, which they thought was overkill. They went to the window area inside the building and checked out the rappel line, which they found was high-grade mountain climbing equipment. They received a phone call from Zane, who let them know about the window washers. And after a few messages, Jackson asked Zane to report his findings tomorrow night when they meet in the safe house, and he turned off his phone. Echo and Pip went to Billy's house, leaving Mr. Sam Bishop to get a taxi home alone. During this time, Pip had a flash of a vision when he touched Tim's keys in his pocket, unsure of what that vision might mean as yet. They were able to gain the information of where Billy was meeting someone called Sarah Barnett, and if I'm getting that right, and next night here's this goddamn place, the Mirror Burnong Birth. So hopefully the Aussies don't slam me for getting that wrong. At approximately 10 p.m. Pip sent pictures to Jackson of the gun lockers and also the address so Jackson could go and check it out if he needed to. And Echo and Pip then headed back to Echo's yacht, with about an hour to spare before sunrise. Zane, where he was, decided to gather the things he would need and head to the Hounds' Haven. He was going to spend the rest of the night at his own first. Aaron went via motorcycle to the Hounds' New Haven. He scoped out the 7-bedroom, 2-level house, which was pretty well protected and well furnished with sheds and a large yard. Aaron placed his bike in one of the sheds whilst Munro had run of the yard. He then absorbed himself into the earth, preparing for the next night. Jackson, during this time, took his Mustang and went to Billy's place again, had a second sweep, not finding any more than Echo and Pip, unfortunately, though they had kindly relocked the main door for him. Jackson then went off to a nearby park area, purveying it for a snack. He picked up a lady in the night, gave her a bit of a fright and chased her down. He fed on her and took her back to her street, paying her well for her services. Echo and Pip then arrived back at the yacht, where unfortunately it looked like Billy has escaped. So he must have stitched himself up, and there was a dock worker left in the bathroom with some threatening messages left in blood and vitae around the yacht. There's a target on the table and a sign that simply says "Watch your back," or that was what was written on the wall. You had all agreed to meet at the assigned Hounds Haven the following night. And if there's nothing likely to happen between that time, which I asked you guys off cam, then this is where we'll meet. So welcome back to Melbourne, Thursday evening. I've got the days sorted now, as the sun is now set. We find our coterie here in the Hounds Haven at about 6:30, 7 p.m. mark. Winter months have begun, it's cold outside, and a threatening storm is approaching. There is no sign of rain yet. All in the Haven. I've been reading my book. Everyone makes a rouse check for a rising for the night. So single hunger dice.
Success.
Good.
So you know if you're good, if you roll that fail, you know you add a hunger to you. Anyone fail?
I critically failed.
No.
I got the skull.
Okay, on a rouse check, I don't think you can critical fail. I think you just gain a hunger.
That's
I think it's just a fail.
I
that's
got
a
the
success,
skull.
isn't it?
Yeah,
That's a
it's-
success, isn't it?
That's a success.
That's
but I
a
got,
success. Yeah.
I got
So you
these,
don't on checks you do not critically fail. I read that today as well.
Okay. Whew.
Oh, sweet. So, but you do gain a hunger if you have failed. Zane, while you were here at the house, whether you noticed it as you arrived or inside here, your phone has gone off a text. It's one of your clients, someone called Sarah Barnett. She's reminding you that she was looking for information on Jenny Lawson and Billy Singh and any aliases they might have had. It's a message she actually sent before this night happened, and you hadn't gotten back to her, being busy as you are. Are you going to send her the current info you have?
Not just yet.
Okay. Jackson, have you turned your phone back on?
Have.
When you turned it on, it went off multiple times with a serious amount of emoji text from Zane. It also had a text amongst them from the sheriff to give him a call.
Ignore that for the time being.
Cool.
I will make.
Yes, obviously at your discretion. Right, I'll leave it over to you guys.
Right. So are we all in the house itself, or outside,
Yeah.
or?
Everyone has either met inside or outside of the New Haven, awoken for the evening.
Jackson will probably just walk in. Evening, everyone. Trust you found the place all right?
Yeah, slept well too.
Oh, you spent the night here, or the day? The day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty...
My place is kind of a distance from here.
Right. We're gonna have to talk about the cell phone thing, Zane. Seriously.
What's wrong with cell phones? Cell
Way,
phones are great.
way too many
They're
fucking
great.
texts, man.
They're great. Good.
Way too many.
Okay.
We might have to limit it to like emails or something. I don't know, but yeah, my
You
phone.
sure?
The phone
I can do
bombing's not a
emails,
good thing, dude. Seriously.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, at least you got some good information though. That's cool. Any more to add to that? I mean, I didn't really get a chance to read through the like 9,000 texts you sent me, to be honest, but I'd like to fill the group in on what you discovered. If, good.
All guests are accounted for. So, apart from the ones we detained. Yeah, what else? Hang on, get back to you.
Really?
This is my first time sleeping on a yacht. I'm surprised I didn't get seasick. Wait, do we?
You sleep on the yacht?
No, you had a lot of glue in your blood last night. We actually drove back to the Haven, so we're at this new place. Yeah, he got a little hungry and we had to get a homeless guy. It's kind of high.
Right.
It's an emergency.
So how did you get on okay, you two? I mean, I'm sorry to sort of dump up on you like that, but it's kind of kind of necessity.
Edgar's gonna get out from her backpack and she's gonna start pulling out all the pictures and schedules and ins and outs of where the prince was and all his coterie and all the evidence.
Oh shit! Went wrong.
Here's they were surveillancing, but Singh was already tied before the shots were fired, so I imagine it's just another group trying to take out the prince.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. We got what are they called again? Agents, human. Yeah, them.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I got that from your texts. They're always going to be a problem. It's all tied into it somehow. Humans.
Human agents?
Yeah, ASIS, I think they call them.
ASIO.
Like FBI-ish kind of people?
Yeah.
A little bit bigger than the FBI, but yeah.
So people know about us? Like, properly?
Well, yes and no.
Ooh.
They do. Some they think they know. They do track us from time to time. People do break the Masquerade. You're new, right, Pip? So you've been told about the missions of the Masquerade, but you know what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like your sire generally informed you of that, I hope.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Pip.
There's something you're not telling me here.
Do you know your daddy?
What? My daddy?
Could be your mummy.
Pip, do know who your sire is, and you were sired under laws of the Masquerade, yes?
Take it up with the sheriff.
Fucking kidding me.
No.
Fuck me.
Is your sheriff your sire? No.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
But you could
would
just
be
tell
weird.
us.
I mean, if it's obviously if the sheriff's involved, it's legit. I mean,
I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it. I think.
I got to give him a call anyway, so I'm probably going to ask him. Hey, sure, you don't want to just fill us in, make it a whole lot easier.
I mean,
we are kind of have to work together here, guys. We probably should get to know each other a little, I guess.
Out of the two of us, which one of us do you think would make more sense?
True. I get your point, 100%.
What? While this is all going on, I'm busy setting up my set system.
Yeah, sweet as. So you guys, as the conversation happens, You can see Zane, he's finding sort of the nearest table, he's setting up a laptop, he's setting up a desktop, he's putting all his clips and papers together, he's setting cameras and microphones.
He never stops, does he? Yeah. Right.
He's got a better surveillance system set up than what the Camarilla did at their bloody base. Jesus.
Most Kindred have better surveillance than what they have there. And Christ, my Haven has a better security system than so you guys, Echo, Pip, you found Billy Singh's house. I did go there and had a look myself, but all of this came from his place.
Yeah,
Like
we
this-
didn't touch the guns because they were keypad locked. So
Yeah, I've
yeah.
got a couple of my guys going over there now to sort that out, collect those weapons if they're still there. There should be. No one else should be in that place, hopefully, so
Is there a list of the guns?
it is. You have that.
Can I have a look at that list? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'll hand over the list,
Sweet. Now, I looked at it in Skype.
which is in
last
Skype.
week,
You
Yeah.
scroll up.
So you should
So,
be able to catch that. Yep.
Now I know about it.
yeah.
Sweet,
So-
I
that's
want to look through the list.
The only one that was missing out of that rack was the KBP that we found at HQ.
Yeah. Don't you mean the 50 cal?
At single shot 50.
Was that? Well, that's not his gun.
No.
Oh, it wasn't fired, was it? What was the one that was fired with the canister of?
The one was missing. Sorry, was the VSK. All part that we found.
The,
50's not his.
I thought the 50 was his. You need to talk to the.
I'm going to give Marco a call soon.
To find out, like, did they find him with the 50 cal or?
Well, it wasn't overly clear. Like, they said they found him and the 50. So I don't know if they found it with him or on him. But it's pretty, from that list, I think it's pretty safe to say that the BSK was what he went there with and was intending on
Because-
using.
Like, do we know when he started to set the place up? Because, like, I originally thought he showed up with the 50 cal.
From the ciphering some of these texts I got from Zane, sounds like he was there days prior.
Days prior, service staff.
What he said.
Somehow he took the other gun in pieces and put it together up there.
Well, we found it in pieces up there, so he's obviously stashed it there over a period of days, piece by piece, ready to assemble when he had the opportunity, I would imagine. This 50 is out of place and is extra. I'll definitely Marco.
Humans.
And he wasn't the shooter.
Well, no,
So
he
while
was in torpor when the device went off.
So while they're all talking about this, Pip's going to go, I keep stuffing up. And I'm going to use Cloak of Shadows. Out.
I was on mute. So, right, Cloak of Shadows. You
Invisible as long as I stand still to anyone who doesn't try and locate me.
Yep, so you're doing that right in the room in front of them is what I'm asking?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, sweet. So, while you guys are talking, the ones who aren't sort of part of the conversation, I assume, are all listening in. So, if you want to make a check, we would say, what's awareness for those of you who think you would notice Pip disappear?
I probably wouldn't even be taking any notice of him. Too busy.
Sweet. And that will make
involved in
sense
this
because your
conversation,
conversation
yeah.
with Aaron. So, Aaron, you'd probably be the same. The other two, you standing back, can make a wits awareness.
3. And I failed on my hunger. Do we add in a hunger, right?
Yes, you would. Yes, for other.
Yeah,
Yep.
found on that bill.
I'd be pretty much too occupied on the setup and getting it all
If you even if,
operational.
when you're rolling with a hunger die, it doesn't matter if you get a fail on the hunger die or not. You
As long
succeeded.
as
As long as
success.
you succeed, yeah.
Succeeded.
We
on
don't
your
know if she
dice.
succeeded yet. So, Cloak of Shadows.
Well, she got
costs-
3.
So you need for Cloak of Shadows, and I'm going to say to see, you don't have to. It doesn't cost you a rouse check or anything, but to remain hidden under their notice, you'll have to roll for me. That would be. What would that be? That's a good question. I'm looking at the power. It doesn't actually have anything
Stealth
for
would be
it.
the skill.
Stealth would be the skill, yeah. So we'll roll.
So attribute would be
say-
your choice.
Say Dex Stealth. Dex Stealth from Pip.
If anyone in chat knows otherwise, do please tell us.
2 successes.
So, I would say for the sake of this, Pip, you're in shadowed. You're Cloak of Shadow. It's successful. Echo, you just noticed him sort of vanish, and you can sort of. It's like a predatory image, like the movie Predator, where you see sort of a shimmer if he moves. But while he's not moving, you know he was there, but you've spotted him gone. You can't actually see him. That's what I'll say with that. Did anyone else roll for that? It's just Echo.
Hey, Zane's pretty much preoccupied as well.
Yeah, that's true. He's preoccupied. Very good. So as far as you're concerned, Pip, you're hidden from sight. You have cloaked yourself within the shadows of this room. The rest of you can carry on with your conversation.
So, before I give Sheriff a call, we better get a status update, I guess, on everything that's going on. You guys got this paperwork from Billy's place. Zane, you're working on whatever you're working on over there. Guest lists, cameras, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, okay. What?
Speaking of Billy, is he safe? Said you had a safe place for him or Haven?
I let him go.
What?
I told you I was going to set the bait. I set the bait. My Haven's proof of that. They're going to be coming for either me or us. We don't have to drive anywhere. And they'll think that we're weak, so they'll prepare less. Because he didn't even fire the shot. He's not even significant. They're not going to send him again because he failed his mission.
True. I can't say I'm happy that you go, but
The prince asked us to get those responsible for who fired that shot, killing the 2 licks, right? So, if he's not
it
responsible...
wasn't really a shot, it was a device, like a grenade, but yes, definitely. I agree.
Yeah. We need to find the people responsible.
Yeah, 100%. Right. So, you know where he is?
He was supposed to meet someone tonight, and he thinks that I'm a member of his organization. So I'm going to go and meet with this person and see if I can get some more info.
Right. Now, probably, I would assume probably best you went at that on your own.
Probably.
I'm not the most subtle of people. Probably already figured out. Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't backfire, because heads are going to roll if this blows up in our face.
Oh, phone! Can I have your phone? Phone? Can I have your
Whose phone? What? Zane, what the fuck?
Echo, phone, Echo.
I don't have my phone.
Ah.
What do
That'll
you want my phone for?
That'll explain why you didn't answer my text last night.
I have a system for that. Yeah.
Right, well, if you want to deal with that,
Tracking camera.
For me?
Whoever
Well,
you meet.
it'd be good to know where you are in case you need assistance, at least.
You can hand me the device and I'll put it in my pocket, put it on whoever.
Okay, let me check. It's somewhere here. Where'd I put it? It's somewhere here. Hang on.
So what are you giving her, Zane? a tracking camera and a microphone or something to that effect?
Yeah, something like that.
GPS,
Okay.
maybe?
You know
Yes.
I'm not good with technology. I'm kind of old school.
All good. I can sort it out. I think. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
So yeah, just a GPS tracker with lapel pin camera on it.
GPS, lapel pin camera, and microphone capability?
Yep.
Okie dokie, well, I've noted that. Echo, you take these items and attach them to yourself?
Yeah. I'll put them in my pocket for now, because I'm not there yet. So.
Okay, sweet.
I'm going to excuse myself. Better go make this phone call. Don't think I'm going to be telling Marco about just yet what this gives us first before letting that bag. Where's Pip? He was here a moment ago. Did he leave?
I'm here.
Wait. Oh, fuck's sake.
Marco.
Polo?
Okay. You can come out. We're not in trouble.
Huh?
So, Pip, as soon as you make a noise, you become visible again. I'm just reading the
Yeah,
cloak of shadows.
he doesn't understand how it works.
Yep.
So
Yep, so you've moved and you're detected. Basically,
Jesus Christ, man.
Go ahead, Ted.
I hate when you guys do that. I can't do that. It's creepy.
Zane, I don't know much about your clan, but I do know that, you go off on a tangent sometimes. Pip's had a couple of those last night. He was saying a lot of numbers.
Numbers? What? Numbers?
Yeah, and
Who saw
some
numbers?
names.
What numbers?
And I remember we couldn't remember that name with Mary. It was Mary Wade. Do you think you could look that up?
I'll give it a go. Mary Wade. Yep, okay. Start looking into webs.
Jackson, you
Yo.
hear the name Mary Wade. You know that name.
You know that
Heard
name.
the sheriff mentioned her before. Can you roll a good for memory? Would be intelligence awareness for me, please.
That will be 2 successes.
2 successes. You know a little bit about her. You don't know her well. She's one of the Justicar for the Camarilla. She's actually Clan Tremere's Justicar. That's how you've heard that name. Marco mentioned it probably the day prior to the business owner's ball. Mentioned something about her. He was talking to another person and you didn't listen and you were setting up your crew, but you did catch that name and you do know who she is.
I met her or just know of her?
Anyone in a higher position would know the Justicars, so it's possible you've met her, but if you have, it'd be very brief because the Justicars keep pretty secret. But yeah, she is a Justicar for Clan Tremere for the Camarilla.
Mary Wade, did you go?
Yeah, isn't that right, Pip? No, I'm second guessing.
yeah, is she important? Because she's not in a good spot.
Important. How much you know about Camarilla?
Not a lot.
I know Mary Wade. I mean, I don't know her well. I mean, I've maybe met her a couple of times in passing. She works. She is Camarilla. The Justicar Camarilla. Say she's not in a good place.
It's confusing. It's all white, and she had a thing on her neck.
Anything else? What type of thing?
Tell us exactly what you remember, no matter how weird it is.
Just, yeah.
So there was some other people, and they were shouting, and she was this person, but she was this person too, and then this other person, and she wasn't there because she wanted to be. She was there because they wanted her there. That's it.
Did she seem like she was being held against her will? Is what you're saying?
That's it. Yeah.
Who wanted her there, Pip?
Did any other faces or names at all? Maybe.
I can't remember. No, it's gone.
Damn it. Right.
Right.
Excuse
so
me.
She's being captured?
I need to make a phone call.
You find out about her.
See what Marco knows. I'm not going to enjoy this phone call. But I'll be back. I'll leave the room.
I'm going to heighten senses, my hearing, just because I want to hear his side of the conversation.
So you got plenty of rooms to go to, Jackson. Like I said, there's 3 rooms downstairs, 4 rooms upstairs, and.
So where were we? Sort of centralized main, sort of like a main.
Yeah, so the
living
bottom
area
floor is like
type
an
thing?
open living area, open kitchen, open dining space, and then there's 3 rooms on that floor. I would assume you guys.
I'd
Sort of
probably
in
go
that main living
outside
area.
if we're in that main living room. I'd probably just step outside,
Outside into just the front yard or the backyard.
probably backyard.
Well,
Okay.
if Aaron's doing that, I'll pull out a parabolic mic and set it towards Jackson.
So you've got a directional mic. Aaron set up his hearing.
Are you guys all listening in?
Nope, not at all. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate
For God's sake.
Shadow Cloak, and I'm gonna use the shadows to kind of make my way around the front to the back.
Pip is going to take advantage of the
Can't
fact
trust
that
fucking vampires.
that Zane is doing something else, and he's going to try and use his laptop to do a library search. Zane, I'm just going to take this for a minute. Won't be a sec. And even if he objects, he's just gonna do it. I'm gonna search up that number.
Okay. So all of you are doing something. Jackson, you just head out the door on your phone. I assume you're pulling it up straight away, are you? It's up to you if you want to take note of what's going on, but reading Shadow Cloak and the other bits and pieces, you're probably not going to have a clue that any of it's going on.
I'm just on the phone. Got Marco on speed dial, so I hit the speed dial.
Okay. He picks up after about 3 rings. He says, and he's got your name on his it shows up on his phone. I forget what that's called. And he says, Jackson, give me some good damn news.
Well, we've found a lot of information. A lot of it confusing, though. The
Okay.
50 cal rifle that you guys found. Did you find
one
that?
or the one?
The one that you
sorry,
gave?
the 50 cal.
The big
I
one.
gave you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you find that on Billy thing by any chance?
Well, yeah, he was putting it away somewhere. He had it in his hands. It wasn't me who spotted him. It was one of my guys. So I had that feeling something was not right. And he's got the ability to see things like that. I got him to activate his ability, have a look around, and yeah, he was one of the caterers up in the light area. He was trying to tape the gun to the back end of a I-beam.
Right. Well,
yeah.
I don't think it belongs to him.
Well, that gun wasn't fired either. And you would have noticed with the note that was in it, it hasn't been fired.
We found Billy Singh's place. We've got a lot of paperwork on the prince, the prince's closest associates, the movements. He's been casing.
So he's got a partner, and his partner's throwing the bomb, obviously.
Something possibly. We're not 100%. He's definitely not working alone. Know that much.
Right. Okay.
I got a list of firearms that he has had at his place. I've got my guys heading over there probably the next hour to clean it out and retrieve those weapons.
Or you need to twist him, get the answer. Who was his partner? Where were they? Where they got the firebomb from?
Yeah, that's the next step. Mary Wade come up
Yes.
in our investigation as well.
You found her?
Missing?
Correct. She was meant to be at the ball, well, in some form, not actually in front of everyone. The Justicars had a meeting in the Elysium, which is, as you well know, the lower half of that building. She never turned up. We were a Justicar short, and her Archon was there and didn't know where she was either. Said she'd been missing, or hadn't been able to be contacted for at least a day.
I don't know where she is, but Pip has had a vision of sorts, and pretty sure it was of her. Not in a good spot, being held against her somewhere.
Pip had a vision?
Apparently. I mean, he's a Melky.
Yes, but can he control that vision?
He's young.
Can you say where she was?
Couldn't tell. It was pretty sort of not all there. Speaking of Pip, he's really reluctant to give any information about his sire. What the fuck's the deal with that?
Yes. That was going to come up eventually. Don't worry, he's working for me. I'm not his sire, but I've taken him under my protection. His sire, the details are for me, but generally, let's say when he was visiting another township, someone attacked him and he ended up this way without really knowing what was going on. So I've taken him under my wing for now, and that's why I wanted you guys.
So the sire has been dealt with, or no?
Now, the sire has gone AWOL. I know who the sire is, but we're working on that at the moment.
Is that going to be a problem for us?
I don't think so. I don't believe so, but hey, this is the line of work we have. It could be a problem, but at this point, no.
Hope it doesn't come back and bite us in the ass at some point.
Look, it's the sire's off the radar because they're afraid. So
should be.
Oh yeah, I mean, when Leslie gets his hands on them, they are in deep trouble.
Yeah, don't envy that at all. Yeah, so we've got all the paperwork from Singh's place with us. We've we got Zane working on whatever the hell he does. I mean, I don't know half of what he does. It's just and ramblings a lot of the time, but gets shit done.
Paperwork on, you said pictures and notes on Leslie, myself, and the coterie?
Yeah, photographs, routes of travel, times, places. They've been casing guys for a while by the looks. Almost military.
We don't know who he works for yet.
Not entirely sure. But that's the next step. That's tonight's little excursion for information.
Alright, so the only tidbits we have are our friend here, Tim, well, alias Tim, that's not his real name, and he's shit scared at the moment. Keeps asking for a phone call, like I'm some fucking cop.
Gotta love the Anarchs, don't you?
Yeah, not for long. I don't think he's going to be with us much longer. However, I'm going to leave it for Leslie to decide. I think Leslie would love to meet him next time around. Alright, get everything you can on this Billy. Squeeze him for the truth.
I think Echo's doing a pretty good job of that. Got a lot of information I don't think anyone else could have.
Yeah, well, if we have to, we can start getting fire on his limbs. Something. We need to get that information. Because if you don't get it, I'd hate to think what Leslie will do to you. If we have a few weeks of nothing, you know what? I mean, you've heard about Leslie, right?
It's Clan Bruja.
Oh.
You don't have to tell me anything.
Yeah, well, it'll be my ass first, and if it's my ass, it's your ass.
And shit rolls downhill, so someone below me is gonna fucking take the blame for this. It's not.
Yeah. I'll keep picking what I can and see if I can get any more info from you, but
I think we'll be good. Looking promising.
Okay, get it done.
So.
All right, if that's all.
Yep, I'm to get back to work.
Excellent. All right, thanks, Jackson. And he hangs up.
Jackson sort of sighs heavily as he hangs up the phone, puts his phone back in his pocket, and turns to head back inside.
All of you guys got pretty much all of that.
It would have been on speaker too, so I'm not. I wouldn't have been trying to hide the conversation because.
So when he walks back in, I'm gonna go. So Daddy's not happy.
Frick. How many of you others were listening? I'll just call out. Zane, I know you've got to be listening on something over there.
No, I've got nothing at all.
Right. It's not like I was trying to hide the fucking conversation. Yeah, no.
I recorded it, by the way.
Of course you did. So, yeah, Marco's, he's not unhappy, but yeah, neglected to inform him of Billy's freedom, but I don't think he needs to know that right now. Trust that this little plan will come to fruition. Get some more information. So I guess where's Echo? She not. You step out already. Gone.
Oh, yeah, I'm walking back in through the front door like a fresh air kind of thing.
You all set to go, Echo?
What's the plan for the rest of you? Where are you guys headed?
Well, I mean, obviously we don't want to cramp your style, so to speak. But I don't want to be too far away either. So, do you have any destination that was where you would meet this woman?
I wrote it down because I'm gonna keep. She's keeping like her writer's notebook on her. I wrote down the address in here.
I'd rather be close, just in case.
What's the address?
Since I don't have my phone, if I can get an idea of where you guys are gonna go, I'll write that down too. I think it's. I'm going to tell them the address, but I'm having a hard time finding it in my book.
That's right. So it will be in Marrow, that place I can't pronounce very well. Marrow Birth, and there's a park there. Yeah, there's like a park area there. It's a treed up area with like a park that sort of overlooks the riverfront. That's the address she's given.
Is there any high ground in that area?
It's reasonably flat land. Yeah, you can bring up the map, but I've had a good look at it. It's reasonably flat towards the river there, and where the grassland is, there's like trees, like a semicircle or a half moon, sort of right around this open sort of park area.
So, knowing that, I'm probably going to make my way there as well. Just be there with it. I mean, not too close because I can move quick. So.
Yep.
But probably within earshot, but not waiting.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm just gonna see if there's cameras in that area.
Okay, so it'll take a little bit, but I'm not going to make you roll for that. You 5 or 10 minutes, and you can pull up some cameras. But that distance, this park area doesn't have any cameras within the park, but there are some larger buildings off to the side where you can see sort of across the area.
Yeah.
There's at this current point in time, the live feed. There's a few people around about in the street lights. Obviously, it's getting pretty dark. But the streetlights do illuminate small areas. There's a couple of areas where there's like bench seats and things like that sort of overlook this riverfront.
But Echo, you're meeting her at the park? The park?
Yeah. And I've got this tracker and this microphone, right? So.
Zane,
Zane will be able to track where you are and give us the information.
Zane, have you got the tracker and all that set up on already? Are you wanting to see feed or anything?
Yeah, it's already set up.
It's already set up.
All I'm seeing is pocket material.
So
she's popped it in her pocket, but you're not hearing anything at this point. You're getting no audio. She's just popped it in her pocket. No video. She's popped it in her pocket.
Pip's done his library search too with Zane's laptop, and he's like, Zane, you shouldn't leave your laptop or your valuables unattended in the library after dark. You know, people could walk up and grab your shit.
With that, I get on my desktop that's there, go bang, bang, bang. and he receives a bunch of spam messages on his phone.
So, Zane, you said there was some tallish buildings within sort of rough eye shot of the park. What sort of distance we're talking?
Uh,
So you're
about-
talking sort of 300 to 500 meters.
I will go to the nearest tallest building in that area and probably wait there. Zane, I'm going to go to this building and I'll point out a building on the map. If Echo moves away from the park for any reason, or you get any kind of bad feeling, text me. Let me know. I can be there. I can be there pretty quick.
do you want one text, two texts, or how many texts? Just one.
One will be fine. Just let me know. I mean, if you need to send me more about where she's going or what she's doing, don't overdo it, please. Got to try and keep this as pretty quiet as possible. Get my meaning.
Do we have any more names besides the Anarch route or anything else? So there's these aces. Do we have any leads on those as well?
Are you asking Zane or me?
I'm asking the group because I was not there for all that, and they did mention the aces.
Wait a minute. Have we been told that this chick is actually a part of the Camarilla? The Just Car chick?
Mary Wade, yes.
Yeah.
Do that.
So Billy is going to meet a Justicar.
Sarah Barnett.
I didn't say anyone's name. I don't think.
You said a woman. I'm pretty.
I said a
Her
woman.
name.
No name used yet. So.
Yeah, Mary Wade
Okay.
is the Justicar. She's the one that's missing, according to Marco. But this woman that Billy's supposed to be meeting, I don't think you mentioned who was involved with the Aces.
As far
That was in
as
that paperwork, wasn't it?
yeah, so it was the guys on the window washing boom.
Ah, that's
That's
right.
who Zane pulled up. There's
Zane,
the
yeah.
two guys there, and the only thing he could get was he couldn't find anything
All
definitive.
government
but
phone
it was all
numbers
government
and
stuff. Yeah.
So wait a minute. We've got military precision, a military type weapon, a military attack. Are we even
government
sure?
ties.
Are we even sure that Billy, was there for what?
Patsy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that too. To be
So, I mean, aces would have weapons and be able to get all those.
plus,
But at the same
half of my armory is full of weapons been acquired through.
Yeah, but the thing that's not sitting right with me right now is if they were going to use him as a scapegoat, why didn't they have one of his weapons?
Or like you said, I don't think he's working alone. Wasn't there, but
Could be unrelated. Everyone wants to kill a prince sometime or another.
he's always.
Right.
I mean, he's always. Sabat's always vying for power. The Anarchs are always doing their thing. I don't know if the Anarchs would have the balls to try and assassinate the prince on Camarilla ground. Sabat
Put an
probably
anarch
would.
at the place. I mean, there is an anarch locked up because he was there. So
That
I don't know.
concerns me, definitely. How the hell did you get in there in the first place?
Did you find out who blew a hole through the wall?
All through the wall?
The window.
The window.
No.
Shapeshift, apparently. Witnesses put two large wolves at the scene. And no way of knowing who they belong to. Got a couple of leads on that. You have to chase down at some point. Seems
You mean like werewolves?
Yeah. Not so much. They have protein abilities, and it kind of like werewolf.
Holy shit.
Like kind of like Aaron, sort of.
You're a werewolf?
No.
Okay, this is just confusing.
So
He is new.
yeah, I mean, you will, Pip, you will get a lot of this information, and eventually you'll understand a little bit more. I mean, it'll take a bit of time. It took us all a bit of time to get used to
Is there some
the different
literature or
clans.
something I could read?
Yes, you can read my first book. It's
Well, there you go. I mean, it's actually kind of cool how you've done that. You go, it still blows my mind a little bit that you can get away with actually telling the truth without telling the truth.
I mean, I've read them, of course, but
It's my thing.
Yeah. So these two, Helen French and Dwayne McCulloch. One's Samitse and the other's Minister.
Pip, what sort of phone you got?
this iPhone.
Okay. There you go, Pip. I just sent him the entire itty of Echo's library.
Okay.
I hope you paid for those, Zane. You know I get royalties off that. That's my living.
Free of charge.
Gross.
Oh, wrong. No. Yeah, I paid.
Copyright laws?
You
Please.
don't really worry about copyright when you're immortal. Wow.
We're still got to make a living. Where else do I run a company? Money somehow.
There you go, Echo. All done. I just transferred a couple of grand from somewhere.
From somewhere to... Oh, wow. Wow.
Stole it from one person.
I think your
to give it to
autofocus is
another.
what's causing your camera to shift. Crash.
So Helen French and this Dwayne McCulloch, what are these two names? Are they the...
They're the two that have shapeshifted. They were guests.
Oh,
At-
okay.
Do need to catch up with him at some point. Have a talk. I still think possibly... I kind of agree with you, Aaron. I don't know that what the witnesses saw is what they saw. Could have been blood magic, but we still have to track. We still have to run down these ideas, make sure. And we could be reading way too much into it.
All right. Well, I'll go do what I gotta do, and you guys do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah, it's sort of pushing just after 8 o'clock now, sort of an hour inside the building, talking on the phone and discussing, knowing that you have to be the berth at about 10 and knowing where it is compared to where you are, you were probably looking at leaving sometime shortly, I would imagine.
I'm gonna get out. So I'm gonna go put myself in a position that if you need help, I should be able to get there relatively. You won't know that I'm there.
Put my daggers in my pack and my notebook, and I think I'm ready.
Do you want to take my dog with you?
I don't think I want anything from you.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys gonna be okay working this together? Maybe. We got issues we need to deal with before we carry on. I mean,
Go into my Jeep.
we are hounds. You know, we got to work together. Echo. Fine.
Echo's headed to her Jeep.
She's already walking away.
Yeah. Jackson will follow her, but to go to his car. He will sort of say, as he's sort of going to his car, something we need to deal with at some point, maybe. Okay.
So I'm going to set up my system to alert me if someone moves out of the area of the park. While I've done that, I'm going to that white ass glass company or something.
Yep, wipe your glass.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. It's 3 words.
Yeah, and I'm going to see if I can get access to the security cameras. Yes, I mean break in.
I'm going to check my boot and make sure that I have the arsenal I normally carry under the matting. Normally a breakdown long rifle and a couple of handguns and such.
Yep, if that's what you would normally carry in here, it is there. If you don't have it's all good.
I'll just go. I'm going to head back inside and catch up with Aaron and say, maybe want to take Munro for a walk around the park. Wheatley.
Yeah, I can do that. She likes a walk. Actually, I should really go
I don't know
feed.
what's going on between you guys. Quite frankly, I don't really give a shit. But I don't want this to go sideways because all of our asses are in a sling if this fucking doesn't go off the way it should.
That's cool. I think.
And I'll turn and head out to my car and head towards the park.
So, Echo, have you got your driver there again tonight? You're driving yourself.
It's this one's an old Jeep. I have 2 Jeeps. One's the nice one, and this one's like an old beater. Old beater. Yeah.
Sweet as. So you're driving yourself on the old beater Jeep.
Yeah.
Jackson, you're in your standard Mustang, your old school Mustang.
Yep.
Zane, you said you're looking up cameras in that Mary burn on birth area.
Yep.
And you wanted to
Mary
when
Bayrong,
someone
apparently.
comes. Is it Mary Bayrong? Oh yeah.
With the GPS.
Mary Barrong, sorry.
I've set up a area for when Echo gets there.
So at the moment, the GPS is pinging really wide. It doesn't seem to be doing what you would normally expect it to do. It's just sort of doing like a fuzzy ping, and it's pinging like a good mile area.
I'll get back to you on that one.
She's right outside in the car, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. Aaron, you're up to what at this point?
I'll be getting on the bike, grabbing Munro, and going to the park to walk my dog.
Sweet. Good call. Pip, what's your plan?
Pip is reading the book on his phone, but he's only going to read the first chapter because that's all copyright will allow.
Good, and it's not going to take him long to read that first chapter. He's well schooled, I imagine. What's your plans after you finish the first chapter? Are you sticking with Zane, or are you going to head out into the street?
I'm going to stay with Zane for now.
Excellent. Righto, so Echo, you take your car to the berth. Well, I'm just going to call it the berth because that's much simpler, and I don't have to remember anything that way. Jackson, you were headed to one of the tallest buildings on one side of the berth there. They're not very tall buildings. They're like, it's not very
how many stories?
Storage shed. 2 stories on one side, and I think about the same on the other by the looks.
About what would I get a reasonable line of sight of where she may be from there?
Yes, you will. Yes. Yep.
I'll take a long rifle with scope on it.
Good as gold. Yeah. So you looking here, you're probably just over the 500 meter mark from the roof of a building if you want to be on the roof of a building, and it's not like a flat top roof. They're metal sort of angled A-frames. Cool.
I've got sufficient scale the roof.
Absolutely, no worries. And it would take all of you, and I'm just going to back the map out so I can see how long it will take all of you. There to there. So you're going to look at about, at this time of night, it shouldn't be too chronic, roughly that 1, 2, 3. So probably looking at about nearly 40 minutes of travel to 50 minutes of travel. The traffic, it's early evening, so I said about 8 o'clock-ish, so it's going to be a little busier than if it was, say, 10 or 11, but you got 40 to 50 minutes to get across there. Aaron, you might be a little quicker because motorbikes can take places and things that others can't. mind you do have your little carry case on for the dog, for the dingo. So with that, Zane and Pip will carry with you if there's anything you want to do prior to them getting there.
I'm just feverishly trying to work out why this GPS ping's going all over the place.
The GPS ping stops altogether. You need to roll, for me, your technology and intelligence, please.
Ugh.
So what? Sorry, I had to go to the toilet.
All good, man. We'll stick with Zane and Pip for now. Catch you guys in a minute.
Too many dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes. Yeah, that's broken, man. You've pinged it. You've done this, that, the other, all the little computer technology things you know. That's broken. Maybe you should have done a test before sending it out.
Yeah. So Pip's put his phone down. He's walked over to Zane. He's like, "You're like me. Well, kind of like me, but not really. Like, sort of. And you're useful. How do I be useful? What do? I can't do that. I got to be useful. Otherwise, it's my head." He's like, the thing that I did. I'll do that thing." And he's like, his eyes are closed, like so tight it hurt if it hurt him, and he's thinking, just a car. And he's gonna attempt to have a premonition of some sort.
Right.
I'm looking at Pip. Okay.
Okay, so Pip, you want to... You're in front of me here. You are trying to force it, so that will be resolve an Auspex for me, please.
Yeah, so I think I need to make a rouse check for that.
And a rouse check. It costs you a rouse to do. Yes, correct.
So I've succeeded the rouse check.
Nice. The hunger doesn't get any worse than you tonight.
Yeah,
Yes.
and what would the
Resolve an Auspex.
and Auspex? It's 2 successes.
2 successes, and you're focusing on Mary Wade.
Yes.
Zane, you would see if you're sitting next to him or watching him, or even if you peer away from your monitors for a moment. Pip, were you standing or sitting?
Standing.
Yeah. So the minute he gets a flash, Zane, you see his eyes roll back in his head, and he just drops straight onto his butt on the floor, like in a sitting L position. Boom. Pip, you see that same white room, the one you saw last time, the same older woman, chained, neck, arms, legs. She's got a lot of burn marks, scorch marks. She's burying in her teeth, the long fangs showing. You, knowing what you're doing or trying to do something this time, you're getting to look around this room. It's definitely a cell of some description, and there doesn't seem to be anyone else with her at this point in time, but you can see mirrored windows. Someone's looking in on her. You can see speakers on the ceiling, microphones. They're recording her. There's even a camera to the back end of the room, a fancy looking camera on a tripod. There's multiple switches on the wall fancy-looking devices that you know from your previous vision. They touch these switches and it opens small portholes in the ceiling to allow the sunlight to come in, or some sort of light to come in and burn her. She opens her eyes, and you could swear she looks right at you. And she says, "They've got me. The SI. Come and find me." And it flashes out. You lose it.
Ah. What the hell are you looking at, Zane?
What happened? What'd you do? Huh? I can't do that.
Mary.
Harry?
SI. Cameras. Cell mirror. Watching. Did you get all that?
No.
Best we write it down.
Good idea. Let's.
He's gonna.
Also with that, I send a text to Jackson and Echo. Unable to track, device broken.
I get nothing because I don't have my phone.
And you have not attached the camera nor put the earpiece in, have you?
No, not yet.
You get no reply, Zane. It's just dead line.
I don't reply either. I look at the text and just keep focusing, scanning the park through the scope.
Okay, yeah, and you guys would be arriving at this point. So you'd be get up on the roof and scan the park through the scope. Zane, what you would see on the computer screens, and Pip, you're next to him as well. You guys, Zane's got a good view on the park, and you would be seeing less and less people as the time ticks by. Sort of 40-50 minutes goes past. It's probably around that 9 o'clock, just after 9 o'clock mark now. So, Echo, you're arriving as well, and this and same with Aaron. The park does, and I say park loosely, it's a grassed area with trees around. It's not really a park. There's park benches, but there's no playground. It's not like people hang out here all day. It's just a grassed area that overlooks this river. The rest of the area around it is generally, it looks to be storage or working area, commercial zoning, whatever they put in these sheds for whoever's needs. Generally would be like, containers or I guess off the river shipping style goods, many car parks and some nearby. Zane, you would see people sort of coming and going from the area quite clearly through the distance or cameras, like the cameras off the side of the buildings that are about that 500 odd meters away.
With that, do I see the same people coming and going, or is it just a mixture of different people?
You've got a mixture of different people. In the time that you've been sort of looking at the camera feed, like I say, it's been less people, but not the same ones in and out. You're not getting like the same ones coming and going. You can see like people sharing, coming in and handing each other smokes, maybe sharing a bit of a doobie or something here over at one tree out of the way. There's a couple that goes and sits sort of by the river's edge, sort of hang their feet over the side of the like the edgeway. Generally, nothing looks too untoward. At this point, you're not seeing anything that would be a giveaway to some sort of setup if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yep. You would see Echo's vehicle arrive, depending on where she parks it, but assuming you've got cameras right around. Aaron, your bike pulls up. You pull to the rear of this place, I imagine.
Yep, I'd kind of pull up, like it'd probably be a car park or something like that. So
yeah, there's plenty of car parks around. Yep. Sweet.
Lock the bike up and start like jogging with the dog around the park.
Sweet, cool. It's not a huge area. You've got, looking at it, you're probably looking at about 3 to 4k if you were to sort of do around the block. The park probably 2.5k, and loosely the grassed area.
just in the grassed area.
Yep.
So
Around the
I can
trees.
keep like where the meeting spot is in sight.
Good as gold. Jackson, up on the roof. You've got pretty good view of that area too. You see the general same things that Zane can see, people back and forth. You've scoped on as well now, you see it, eh? Cool. So you're just going to scan the area with your scope. No one seems to be looking like they're ready for a meet or anything yet. It's a bit early in the space. Echo, where are you headed to?
If there's like park benches kind of to the side, but not right in the middle of everything, I'll sit on one of those.
There is. There's a few spaced out there. One dead sort of centre with the street light near it, and then two on the sort of outer edges. If this area was sort of say 300 meters long, it's sort of one in the middle, two on the sort of outside edges, all with a street lamp within a couple of meters, sort of illuminating the area. The moths and bugs sort of floating around that top of that street lamp. So you take a seat.
I'm gonna take the microphone and kind of put it a little bit out of my pocket, but I don't know who's already watching, so I just kind of tilt it out a bit and pretend to be writing in my notebook on a blank piece of paper.
Okay. Zane, you get some noise feedback. You get a bit of from the microphone. Your camera feed, Zane, start to phase in and out a little bit. You can see things, but the general area of where the park benches are phases in and out. You get a lot of haze on screen. The closest two cameras that you can see from, both of them are doing it. Aaron, you're jogging around with the dog. You see people sort of moving in and out, and you guys, if there's nothing you want to do for the next half hour, I'll fast forward to scene.
Well, I'll be specifically looking for Echo at this point.
Okay, so anyone, so
But
as you
would I spy her in my scope?
Yep. You'd see her sitting down on the park bench, and your scope distance would make that sort of, I assume you've got like a pretty decent scope.
Very reasonable.
So you can see her in the bench, and she would be closer to, from where you are, you'd be the opposite side of the park. She sat down on one side, you're on the opposite side. So you'd be close to that sort of 900 meter mark away. Aaron, you would see her on one of your trips around the park with the dog, around this park area, and this park bench. And Zane, you would have spotted Aaron at this time. I don't think the cameras would spot Jackson, Zane. You wouldn't see Jackson at all on camera. He's above any camera sort of setting
I'd
on the
definitely
building.
put myself in spot some.
Yep. About that 9:45 mark, a female figure, probably even a little earlier, maybe 20 to 10, female figure sort of strides over to the central park bench. Billy didn't have a description of her, but this woman, she's confident. Doesn't seem to be any fuss at all about her. The way she projects herself is, definite confident woman. And she just goes and sits on the park bench, puts her arm up to one side of it, and waits.
The park
Echo,
bench, same one.
Sorry. Yeah, no, she'll be about that sort of 300-ish meters from you, but you would see her stride over in the distance. There's something about the way she holds herself that makes it obvious that she's not just the average casual park jogger. Do we have Mina there, Evil? So she takes her seat, and the under the lights. Aaron, with you running around there, you would notice that as well. This woman takes the seat. Echo, you've picked up on her definite sort of someone you would think, hey, this could be the woman. It's a little getting closer to 10. Could be the case.
Now,
On one of my passes, I would actually go through and past Echo and the seat.
Okay.
You know, so cut through, then do another lap, cut through, do another lap, go in the opposite direction type deal.
Awesome. All right. As you cut through, you would see this woman sitting in the central seat, and Sarah Barnett, would you describe yourself for us?
So Sarah is just an average looking woman. Brown hair, brown face, 5'7", not too tall, not too small. She's just wearing casual pants, normal t-shirt, cardigan type style. Nothing remarkable about her in looks or appearance. She's got her hair down long. So yeah, it's very quietly there. Taking notice of things around her.
Evil, it seems we have an echo in the chat. Sounds.
Yep, I will get rid of that. I know exactly what that is.
I thought he was just saying my name.
Sorted.
So I'm going to get up and act like I've put away my notebook, and I'm just casually kind of passing by, and I kind of slow down and kind of stand in front of her looking around and say, it's too bad Billy couldn't make it tonight.
And what of it, Miss Munro?
Well, I'm here in his stead, you might say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what stead is that?
He was compromised.
Compromised how?
They found him before he had a chance to act.
Miss Munro, what exactly do you think is going on here?
Just doing my job. What do you think's going on here?
I think you're trying to bullshit me.
How so?
Because you don't know the purpose of this meeting.
Maybe they didn't tell me. Emergencies happen.
Yes, but little tip, Alan. Believe me when I turn around and say to you that if they couldn't make it, no one would be here.
Well, I'm here.
And? Would you like to explain why?
Because I want to know what I'm supposed to do next.
Leave.
I don't think I should leave. It's my head if I don't get any kind of information.
What information do you think you're going to get from me, Miss Munro?
I need my next job.
Your next job is to take your pretty little ass and walk it off this dock. Do you understand?
Why, thank you. But I don't need flirting.
Mm-hmm. What
I
makes you
came
think
here.
you're my type?
I came here for work.
No, you
And
didn't.
they've already got all of Billy's guns. He asked me to
It's
come.
nothing to me.
I'm gonna activate Shadow Cloak. So, what is it you're here for if you knew that I was coming and you knew that Billy wasn't gonna be here? You didn't have to come.
Okay. So Shadow Cloak, what does that do?
Yeah, just about to hit that. So, she is. You basically she's masking her appearance to be a little bit more sinister and a little bit more threatening. I believe that's what you're up to, Echo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, go for it, love. And I will, if I'm seeing that, I'm just going to activate my Daunt.
Okay, so both of you now. It works different for you, Echo. So you get extra on intimidation rolls. Is that how it works?
Oh, sorry, I muted. Yeah, I get 2 extra.
Sweet. And Daunt, Sarah, I haven't got Daunt up at the minute.
Yeah.
I think I have to roll against it, yeah?
Yeah, you'll be rolling against it.
And do I have to roll to see how high she needs to get?
Yeah, so it's power versus power. So I'm just looking up Daunt as well.
I think I got Daunt. It says I have to roll resolve and composure. Yeah.
Okay, yep, so there you
And
go.
I think I have to do.
I've got so much resolve and composure. Sorry.
Okay, so if you're resolving composure, and Sarah would be. I lost sound. What's going on? Oh, there we go.
And mine would be.
Yes, so Sarah would be. I'm just doing what's under presence.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of attracting people, blah 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 blah. Use measuring
They add their presence.
Add the user's presence, so it just adds it to it. It's the same as Echo's, yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever your presence level is, you add that to your intimidation roll. So who's doing the intimidating here? Echo, are you trying to intimidate?
Actually, I think we're both trying to go against.
Both trying to intimidate.
Aren't we?
It'd be just
So
an
you-
opposed roll.
So an opposed roll, and I guess one comes out more intimidating than the other.
It's
So what
just I guess it's a social interaction too, right? 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
trying
correct.
to add my dice.
So that would be what would I need to roll for me? So that would be intimidation and resolve.
It's the Dawn, intimidation resolve. Yep.
Plus my present dice
Plus your presence.
and a hunger.
So
Yeah,
you
or
replace
one of them
one
will
of
be
your black
replaced with
die
a
with a hunger die. If you hit.
Okay. Yeah. So I got 2 successes. And I succeeded on so I got 4 successes and I succeeded on my hunger.
Sweet, that's good. And what did you get, Echo?
And 2 of them were crits, by the way.
Sadiq brought up a question real quick. So if I'm at
Yep.
2 hunger, do I replace 2?
Two black die.
2 black
Because
die.
I'm-
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So hang on.
So yeah, I would have got 4 plus 2, so that's 6.
It'd be 6, yeah.
6 successes, nice.
I got 6.
See it even.
How do you
So
resolve
much
that?
steps.
So I read that in the book today. So, what is your and you're using presence. So what is your presence level?
Mine's 1.
1, and what is yours, Eco?
I'm looking for presents and I can't find it.
Be under the disciplines.
Yeah, if you don't have Daunt, I don't think. you have it.
Whatever power you use, it's whatever the governing power is that you compare the level of. So
Like,
presence for her, and you use Shadow Cloak, so you'll be Oblivion.
oh, okay. Yeah, I have 2.
2. So what? Sorry, what was your serial? 1. So yeah, so Echo would lead that. So it's dominating as you both are being. Echo just comes off a little darker. She's Sarah, you've seen it all before, and she means business. I would say
I've got a 3 in fortitude, if that helps.
It probably doesn't. I would say with a social encounter too, which I read this today as well, you would take 1 superficial damage on willpower.
No worries.
So just make a note of that. Echo, what are you saying?
I was so caught in the moment, I forgot.
So she was telling you to get you a pretty little area, and you said you had a job to do.
Yeah, I was saying that if you knew Billy wasn't coming and you knew I was going to be here, you didn't have to show up. So why are you here in the first place anyway?
Why would I not think that Billy wouldn't be here? I'm asking you. The reason why I'm asking you is because, as far as I know, I'm supposed to be meeting Billy here.
And what happens when Billy doesn't show?
I walk away.
Well, maybe you should walk your pretty little ass away.
Okay. Bye. And then I'll start walking.
As you stand up, Sarah,
Mhm.
there is, and you know you've got people.
Yep.
There is a whistling noise. Both of you, the grass between you, something goes off. Zane, you see on the opposite side of Jackson's area that he's on a roof. You see in the camera, you see a muzzle flash on the opposite building about 1,000 meters from Jackson's position. Aaron, you hear the shot go off.
Do I hear the shot?
You
My
hear the shot
position?
go off.
The minute
my line of
minute
sight
I-
would go
Jackson
directly
hears
to it.
Yeah, the minute I hear it, I'm just going to go like this against my mouth.
Yep.
So,
My
Nothing
shadow
hap-
cloak is still up, right?
You have shadow cloak still up, correct?
Go ahead.
I've just done a shush, just like this, just a shush, and that's all I've done. And I'm going to look around and see what I can see.
Nothing happens from your people. Aaron, I would feel like you'd be close enough to have seen this happen as well. Your choice what you do here. Sarah, you say you're looking around?
Yep.
You can see the tree line nearby, sort of 50 to 100 meters away. That's probably your safest bet if you're looking for somewhere to head to.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, what is your plan at this point?
Did I actually see where the flash came from?
Yeah, well, with your trained ear hearing, I would say you would have heard the direction, maybe not seen it. Running with the dog, running with the dingo, might not have caught it. Jackson, I don't think you'd have seen it either, but you would have probably heard it.
Can
Definitely
I
what it is.
I'd start running towards the rough building that I heard it come from.
Yep,
I'd,
no
I'd be
problem.
looking for a scope flare or
does-
muzzle flash again.
Okay.
Does Echo seem surprised by that flash to me?
I would, Echo, you would be surprised.
What I would have done is, if I was still got shadow cloak up, I'm just gonna step in the shadow, and I was gonna take her with me to hide.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
She's-
that's kind of where I was going, because she wasn't going to do it, I was going to do it.
So she's looking around. You grab her. Are you going willingly, Sarah, or are you going to sort of? Are you
I'm
gonna
kind of
fight her?
gonna go.
I'm going to actually, yeah, I'll go with her, but I'm going to, with my arm, I'm just going to slide something down just in case.
Okay, sweet.
Just question now. You said I saw the muzzle flash from one of the cameras.
You did, yes.
Right. I instantly sent a text to Jackson telling him where I saw that.
Okay, sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, Jackson, your phone goes off, vibrate in your pocket. I assume you
I had
silenced
it
it
out.
for being on the roof.
Yeah, I had it out on the roof.
Cool. And it buzzes at Zane. He basically gives you the building and everything. Zane, you can see a person on that building moving position, getting ready to fire again. Aaron, you're heading over there as quick as you can.
Yeah, I'd also, like, once I get close to a building, I'd shoot Jackson a message saying, which building was it?
Sweet. Jackson, you get that message.
And I'd probably ignore it because I'd be too busy trying to pinpoint where this dude is right now.
And reluctantly, I'd also send one to Zane.
Okay, I'm going to do two things. First off, I'm going to go, well, which one of our pretty little asses was that aimed at?
The shot on the ground between you was closer to Echo than Sarah.
Alright, so I would know that. Okay, I'm going to look at my phone and see if I've actually finally got a text from Zane or not.
Zane, did you ever reply to Sarah about the information on Jenny and Billy?
Nope.
I'm going to look at my phone and go, for fuck's sake, Zane. And I'm going to go to Echo. I'm going to go, you don't know Billy, do you?
I do know Billy.
No. What I'm saying is, are you connected to Billy or not?
I think you and I need to have a talk, but now's not the time.
No,
Yeah.
there's a reason why we need to know, because if this is the Billy I'm thinking it, he is the murderer of the Ottoman Empire. We need to move our fucking ass now.
Okay.
And as she says that, Aaron, you see the flash this time. Jackson, you too in your scope. Zane, you see it as well. Right at the foot of Echo. Echo.
I'll line up and
barely
trigger as
misses
well.
you.
I'll,
Yep.
The moment I see that flash, I'll line up a shot and fire.
Okay, sweet. You see the flash. You will make firearms.
Dexterity and firearms, I believe.
Dexterity firearms. That's what it is. Yep.
Good roll for me.
Zane, you can see now. It looks, and you've got cameras on both buildings. You've been able to switch the camera after the second shot. The person's moving.
This is
looks
good.
to be female, long hair. Could be a male with long hair, but looks to be female.
7 successes.
7 successes.
Send
Okay.
text to both Jackson and Aaron. Female sniper.
Where were you aiming, Jackson?
I lined up a shot the moment I saw movement, the muzzle flash, just above the muzzle flash.
Okay, sweet.
Knowing roughly what position a shooter would be in that, I'm aiming roughly for sort of neck to left shoulder where I think that would be.
Okay, I too got the same amount of successes with distance and cover on my side for a dice. You tap the gun, boom. You know you hit, and you see the figure in the distance through your scope. It's still a ways away, but you see the figure in the distance of the scope. The gun moves quite hectically. Zane, you see them. That's clambering off the roof now. They're in a hurry. Aaron, you can see this now too. I'd say by your speed, you'd be getting to the building that they're coming down off. Aaron, anything you want to do off the bat?
Okay, so does the building from where I'm approaching look like it's got a staircase or something upwards, up to the top, or?
Yes, on the outside of the building there's a metal staircase. It's a large metal shed, corrugated iron roof, and there is an outside metal staircase, sort of that monkey toe grip sort of stairwell.
Okay, I'll go straight for that to start going up.
Yeah, Munro is at your tail. She's following you.
Yep.
And
Good as
just for context, my rifle was not suppressed. Loud.
Yes, neither was hers. So
And I was
sorry.
just going to say, as the second shot would have come, I would have gone, not said anything, gone 2 of them, mouthing 2 of them, and basically to give a warning that there are 2.
Okay, sweet. No worries. With that, Aaron, you've gone up one side. Jackson, you see Aaron's coming up the side through your scope while the target is going down the other. Zane, you see the same thing. Echo and Sarah, what are you doing at this point?
Did that bullet that hit by my foot, is it just look like a regular bullet? Didn't explode and no fire, nothing?
At this
came out of
point,
it?
you can't tell. It's sort of destroyed a bit of the grass next to you. It didn't seem to explode or burst into flame, no. But as far as the rest of it's concerned, you wouldn't know. Unless you know much about weapons, you could give me I would say, a firearms intelligence roll.
No. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna just take her further in the darkest shadows that I can find, which would up our stealth, I think, and
So there's a few trees and bushes clustered together just behind your area.
yeah, and I'm trying to kind of distract the shooters at the same time. So movement, shadow, movement, shadow.
Right, sweet. You would roughly, with the second shot, I would say both of you would have an idea of where that shot came from and position yourself sort of in the shadows, in the trees, on the opposite side of the direction of the shot. I would give you that.
Okay, as if we're undercover and we've seen where it is, I'm going to look at her, show my phone, and show her that I'm going to be typing one-handed. Surprisingly, I can do that as a camarilla. We type
Yes.
one hand, going, shooter, such and such, give chase, and that's all she'll see, but I'm showing her what I'm writing.
Sweet as. Sarah, your people that you've made symbols or whatever to, you've touched your mouth, you've done whatever, they are not responding. You get no text back, and they're normally pretty instant with their yes ma'am replies. No responses.
Shit.
You thought you were set up early enough, but you're starting to wonder if that was not early enough.
So the movement on the roof after I fired, you said that I definitely made contact with someone.
Yes, you made contact with a weapon.
With the weapon? Okay.
Yes,
I
you
definitely hit
contacted
something. I
Yep.
probably couldn't tell from that. Did I hit them or...
You a scope, you said?
It's a pretty good scope, but it probably still wouldn't have been big enough to...
What types of stuff?
to
You would have
like,
seen them.
wouldn't have been big enough to see any major impact. It definitely would have seen movement. It would have been...
No, after you were shot, they would have sort of moved their arm sideways and then clambered down the roof.
Was just one person?
It seems to be just one that
Okay.
you can see. Zane would be able to tell
How
you
quickly
that
did they move? Did they expose themselves at all?
they did like the old slide down the roof. So you saw the shadow movement of the head, and it's
Okay.
a A-frame. It disappeared real quick.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going to leave my rifle where it is. I'm going to head in that direction. I'm just going to jump down off the roof. Once I hit the ground, rapid reflexes, catch grace. Sorry, 3. I should be able to hit the ground without hurting myself or doing major damage.
No worries.
I'm going to bolt across the park towards that building using.
All right. So blink.
Which
Got
pretty
the
much
head.
means I can move extremely quickly.
Yeah. So
Across the rouse check,
rouse
which I
check
passed.
Yep.
Whew. And dexterity and athletics.
So yep. I'd say straight line.
Straight line, I'm okay.
Yep.
I think I need a dexterity and athletics if there's anything in my way.
Well, generally it's a fairly open area. You've got a couple of park benches, but on each edge, like I said, in a moon shape, sort of right
So I
around
can
this grassed area,
Literally
is trees.
I can cover 50 meters
50.
almost instantly.
Yep.
Then I'm just
Sweet.
full tip.
So for the first set of trees, you'd have to do the death athletics because there's group bushes and trees on the outside edge, and then you'd have a free run for a bit.
Oh, it's pretty good. Me. 3 successes.
Sweet, yeah. So you get through the first bushes and trees section just like in a bounding leap almost, and then you've got clear straight grass to the other side. Aaron, you're up on that roof now. You've got up there quick. You can see this person's dropped off the other side, and they've gone down another ladder way. You'd have
Son of
to
a
reach
bitch. Can I see blood?
them. No signs of blood, no smell of blood either. I assume you
Yeah,
ears can
okay.
smell it pretty quickly.
Yeah, be able
At
to
this
smell.
point, no.
Alright, so start going down the other side.
And as you head down, you can see it's definitely a female, and she's running away from. She's running south. You guys are coming from the north. She's running south.
I'm gonna give Monroe chase command because
Alright.
she can move a little bit quicker than me.
She sure can. And as you bound down the stairwell, there's a rifle at the bottom of the stairwell. It seems to be damaged. Scope position is damaged, and it's been dropped at the bottom of the stairwell, and she's made chase on foot. Monroe is bounding after her. Anything you want to do before I switch to someone else? Gonna get this over.
No,
pretty
no,
quick.
just going after chase.
Sweet, keep the chase on. Jackson, Sarah and Echo. Sorry, Zane and Pip, we'll get back to you soon. Sarah and Echo, you're fairly well hidden. No more shots have gone off. You've seen Aaron come past, head up the building, and now Jackson is hauling it, like almost ridiculously fast across that. You see him sort of come through the tree line and just reappear sort of halfway across the yard, and then again. And Jackson, I assume you're doing it right across here.
I'd be
it's
doing it as
passing from here, right?
no, it's a rouse check. I'll probably do it one more time.
One more time.
Get
Okay.
across the park. This.
Sweet. So you won't need a dexterity athletics, just a rouse check, which you succeeded, to boost another 50, and then he's still coming at speed across in front of you, Sarah and Echo. You'll call what you want to do now.
So we're going. So they're coming. He's coming towards us.
And he is carrying his rifle.
I am not.
Oh, you left it on the roof, did you? Okay.
Okay. Do I see who it is? Like, see the actual face of who it is?
By the time he gets here, he's still a ways away at the moment, but yeah, 500 or 600 meters more clearance, and you'll be able to see him. Echo, you'd know who he was as well.
I have an idea of who it would be because I would have used the company.
You would have.
I'm
You
going-
would have heard the shot. The third shot too.
Yeah.
Come from that direction.
I'm going to, if we're well hidden and Billy and the other person, I know who it is not around, I'm going to ring Zane.
Okay. Yeah, so Zane, you know Sarah, you've met her before, you've dealt with her. She is one of your clients. You've actually given her information on some military people in the past. Her name comes up on the phone now. Sarah Barnett ringing Zane Riviera.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble. Oh shit, oh shit. Hello?
Snake, shut up.
Yep.
Right. Mary, but I can't even say it, I'm straight.
Very wrong.
Cameras. I want all of them. Oh, and I'm going to mention the 2 cameras and whatever was around the buildings. I want the footage of it as soon as possible, and don't fuck me over again. And I'm hanging up. And I'm turning on silent because I don't want to be found.
Zane, you're looking at your cameras. Jackson's side, where he came from, it's cleared up. That camera's nice and clear. The other side where Aaron is completely distorted. You can't see crap on that anymore. It's gone. You've lost that camera.
So is there? I'm gonna try and track, follow the chase with whatever cameras I can get access to, I guess.
Okay, sweet. No hassle. There's a few other buildings along the port. I keep saying port side, but it's not. It's not really a port, is it? Riverside. It's just such a big thing on this map. Definitely a good place to run a chase. So, the target is. Yep, there's plenty of buildings along there for the now. The target is running along this sort of grassy front area onto the footpath, sort of bearing south. And you can see that Munro is right on her tail, and Aaron is not too far behind either. Jackson's still got a ways to go. Assuming, Jackson, you're going to go around the building, or are you going to go up the building as well?
I'm going to go around the building and hit blink again as I get around the side to start catching up. A rouse check.
All right, one more rouse check.
Success. Whew. I'm waiting for a failure here.
Yeah, the more rouse checks you do, the closer it gets to a failure. So you haul around there too. You're a ways behind them. You can't really see anything in the distance at this point. They've gone quite a ways down the road, and it sort of curves off a little bit south. But you know they can't have got too far because you blink 3 times now. That's 150 meters of coverage pretty quick. Aaron, you see Munro, and I'm just going to make a dice roll here. Munro grabs the leg of this person. She turns around and kicks Munro sort of off her and makes a leap pretty damn close to like what you can do, right up onto the building next to her. She leaps onto the top of the roof and then runs across the roof. You can hear tung 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 as she's running across the roof along the building. She's going nuts, and Munro is at the ground level after being sort of kicked off. She sort of yelped a bit, oh, and then she's barking at this one on the roof now. If you point it up, you can see she jumped up there anyway. She is going for gold.
Okay, so 2 things are going to happen. One, I'm going to activate my Eyes of the Beast. And then I'm going to activate Feral Weapons, which I passed my rouse check for.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do the leap and really start running a little bit more faster. I'm going to be pushing it.
Okay, so if you're pushing it, I want you to give me Dexterity Athletics, please.
Dexterity Athletics, okay. I'll mute it while I do the roll, though.
I'm going to do a Dex Athletics as well. Alright, I'm a 3 success, man.
Okay, so I've got 3 successes plus my blood dice is the success with the fangs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she's gone for gold, but you're pushing as fast as you can. You managed to chase her down. You're on her. You've got her. She's touchable. You're that close. You can put your arm out and grab her.
I'm gonna swipe at her legs, both of them at the same time, like her ass. I'm gonna go for the ass to try to like stop her from running.
You're swiping with your weapons. Okay, make the attack.
So Dex and
Brawl? Brawl, yep.
Or melee?
I would say your choice on that one.
They're the same anyway, so.
She's not fighting back, so melee probably be the better one anyway. At this point.
2, 3.
Booty touch.
4.
Touch that
Love
booty.
Alright. Yeah. Not as good for that one. 3 successes.
Okay, so you've got her. You've taken a big swipe with your claws across that rear hind quarters area, and she is 1, 2, 3. Oh, she does not succeed on that. She hits the deck on the roof on the A-frame, on the middle, dung, dung, dung. She slides. She goes, "Fuck off!" And as she's sort of sliding on the roof, you've got her though. You're on her. She's sliding on that A-frame as you would be if you're held onto her.
Would Jackson
towards
be
the
able to hear
gutter.
Munro barking from distance?
You would be. I would say you'd be caught up to that position, Munro's position, or pretty close to at least. And yes, you would see Munro at the ground barking. There is no laddering up on.
I'd scale the building.
Now, so she's a vampire?
It would seem so, yeah.
Okay,
You
so
could-
she
you should
would
be
have
able to tell,
actually
yeah.
taken a point of subdual,
Potential?
yeah, damage
Superficial damage.
Superficial, sorry.
To herself because my
She has.
claws
Yep.
are actually a
Holy
deadly
jeez,
weapon.
Skype just had a fucking melt.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that. And also, I
Christ.
stuffed up. I should have actually added 2 more dice to that. But that's okay. And then I'm gonna do another swipe at her. You know, I'm gonna full on try to stop her from running away. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to take out at least 1 full leg.
Sweet. You make your swipe. I'll make my
So
defense.
you want another roll for that one?
It will be brawl this time because she's about to fight back. Yeah.
A brawl. So okay, so it's 1, 2,
So it's
Strength.
strength and brawl.
2. Strength and brawl.
Yeah.
I don't know what my strength is. And strength is 3. So it's 3 for that one, 3 for that one, plus those 2.
Baz's camera just. Thank you.
Crikey, what's going on with Skype?
No, your camera's just got like super narrow.
Yeah, I see that. It's weird. Mine is not a fancy camera either, so I don't know how it would do that, but
It's fine. It's in OBS, so. It's Asus Asus screwing it up.
they're onto us, man.
So that's 7 successes.
All right. Yep. So you definitely, and I'd give you 2 more superficial damage for that. It's high successes, and she's going to attack back. So you now, I don't want to take this dice. We'll go with this 3 and out scenario. She's strong. She's hurting when she hits you back, but you've got her. She's given up. As far as you've taken enough damage off her, she's right. Puts her hands back. Goes, all right, shit, fuck, it's over. All right, I'm done. You've got me. And she backs off.
And I put my claws at her throat and say, okay, who the fuck are you?
And we'll cut back to you in a moment. Sarah, Echo.
Did we hear "fuck off" as she went down the? Was she very loud?
She would be
Is she
quite
close
a
enough?
distance from you now. See, I'd say, man, probably a couple of rugby fields down the way, a couple of 100 meters down the way at least, with the chase that Aaron took. So I don't think you would have heard that. No, you can hear the dog barking in the distance though.
Hey, I'm gonna turn around and go to Sarah. I'm gonna go, I suggest we get you to a safe place, and then we need to have a talk. I think we're not on the sides we think we are.
Who's the shooter?
If it's who I think it is, considering my guys are gone, I reckon it's Billy. And he's got a partner named Jenny. Does that help?
And are they shooting at you or me?
The bullet was to you. So I want to know
I'm
why.
gonna run for the dog bark when she says that.
You're gonna head for the dog bark.
I'm going
Okay.
to chase her as well. I'm going to chase and follow.
All right. So you guys head that direction. Zane and Pip, what are you up to?
Did Zane's camera catch Aaron's fight?
I would say Zane would have definitely got a camera, probably across from it, a building from it. Wouldn't have been a perfect clear view, but yes, you would have seen that him bound onto the roof right after her. She would bound there first. The dog barks. Probably don't get any audio on that. But then, yeah, there was a bit of a back and forth. She slides on the roof, and then Aaron gets her.
I
Absolutely.
probably would have gone and got something to eat and just watched the show.
So yeah, while he's sitting there, Pip smashes on the back of the chair. He's like, "Yes, he got her. Man, this movie has everything. You got any popcorn for this?"
Which he just got.
Yeah.
Is that it for you two? You're quite happy to move
Yeah.
over. Okay, so Jackson, you scale the wall, no hassle at all. Up on the roof, you see the tail end of this as well. Aaron pretty much tips her over. She falls down, swears at him, and there's a bit of back and forth, but he gets the better of her really quick. What are you doing, pal?
I'll join him, and pretty much just I'll hang back a little bit to see what's going to happen.
Okay,
I'll step in if needed, but at this point I think he's got it. Oh.
You hear her sort of back off. She says, "Nate, you've got me," and he says, "Who the hell are you?" Her next words are, "I'm Jenny Lawson. Who the fuck are you?" And that is the end of our show for tonight.
Awesome, guys.
10 minutes early.
Good place to end it, though.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Bit of a cliffhanger.
I learned from Yanti when watching her stream.
GG's, guys.
So,
well done.
Round the table, man. Round the table.
Woo.
Jackson. I'm just going to do what's closest to me. Jackson, moment.
I think tonight I'm going to have to music. So I'm going. Echo. Just the frankness, the snap at the gangrel definitely stood out. I want nothing from you. That was definitely a moment that stood out for me, and the conversation between Sarah and Echo at the park. I mean, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, man. Cool.
It was very well done. So Mina and Yanti, props to you guys. It was very well done. Bitch fight from me. But yeah, no, just it's starting to heat up. It's good. Loving it.
Just so you guys are aware too, it'll be roughly 11 a.m. at this point. So from the meeting point to that point, so nearly
11 p.m.
PM. Sorry, PM.
So it's 11 a.m. We're all dying.
Die.
You're all dead. We're all fucked. Zane, your moment for the night, please.
Just the interaction between Zane and Pip. Loved it.
Yeah, 2 milks in 1 room, man.
That's just creepy.
Echo, good moment for the night.
Pip with the movie has everything. I love that so much. And earlier, just him being very naive with the werewolves and stuff. Pip was my favorite tonight.
Nice, good work, Pip. Aaron, what are you taking away from today?
I liked Zane breaking copyright, then Pip maintaining copyright. The whole cold shoulder from my wife. That was interesting. Being able to nearly rip someone's leg off was a little bit fun.
Yeah, that was good, man.
And yeah, that's good. It's going to be interesting to see actually what happens now.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised that Jackson was able to hit the rifle at that range. That was an impressive shot.
I just rolled badly, and you rolled goodly.
Yeah, goodly.
Pip, moment for the night, and I'll get to Sarah last.
So Echo was definitely a standout for tonight, but my favorite part was probably the interaction between Jackson and the sheriff on the phone, and the fact that everyone's listening, and just that sort of like, Jackson's hearing things he probably doesn't want to hear, and tell him things, and it's like, it was just, a really good interaction early on.
Nice. And thanks, Mina, for coming on, and looks like you might be with us next week for a bit too, if you can make it.
Yep.
How do you feel about it? What did you like?
My favorite part was Zane going, "Wow, he is new." That was probably my favorite bit. The other part was probably the takedown.
Yeah.
That was probably, and all, because my head was going, Sarah wants her so bad. She wants her bad. And she's probably going to rip Zane a new one when she sees him.
For me, I have to say the Sierra Echo back and forth, that was awesome. That was really good. I actually didn't know how that was going. I thought I don't know. I assume you guys are sort of friendly in real life, so I thought, oh, this is going to be like a friendly conversation between two people who know each other.
Oh, yeah, right.
And it was totally the opposite of what I was expecting. It was definitely, I thought she's just going to get up and walk away, and that's going to be the end of this. Oh, well, luckily I've got plans, and that was awesome. Echo, you said something earlier to Pip. Do you know who your daddy is? I thought that was funny. And then Pip says, werewolves? Holy shit. That was cool too. But yeah, definitely just the interaction of Sarah and Echo stood out. But yeah, Aaron, that chase down, awesome, man. Good dice rolls. Love it.
Magic says, for me, Pip focusing on Mary not knowing what he was doing or whether it would work, and the Who Park event. Great as well.
The Who Park event. Love it.
Just out of, now that we're out of the thing, I want to give Yanni a big hug because I felt horrible.
You bitch.
It's role play. This is what role play is all about. It's awesome.
You're going to die next Friday.
But yeah, no, well done, guys. Another great session. Obviously, this session will be up on YouTube for you to rewatch in a couple of days. Keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we had no malfunctions tonight. Touch wood. Pretty good.
Yeah, mine happened beforehand. So.
And then Baz crushes.
Yeah, I mean, we did have a bit of a thing with Skype. I don't know what the hell that was, but Skype sort of glitched there for a moment.
It went all weird for all of us. It just sort of
cool. It wasn't just me then.
No, I think it switched cameras around too. It was weird. Everyone
all of a sudden
moved.
it kind of shrunk everyone and then expanded everyone.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what was up with that, whether it was an internet thing or not, but it seems to sort itself out. Magic says, "Told you, Aces. It was Aces' fault."
It's them.
We are going to raid tonight as well. I honestly don't know how to find any other Vampire Masquerade stuff. Tabletop RPGs is one section, but I can't seem to find any there. So we're going to raid Dreaded GM, doing some D&D stuff. Anywho, so I think they're just about getting started. Actually started yet or not, but they should go away. Unless anyone else has got anything else to say, I'll be back tomorrow doing either Conan Exiles or Diablo 3 gaming night tomorrow night. So we'll see what's happening. See around if I might get some Conan Exiles and see how more often I can die in that game. How did the purge go, by the way, Trash? 5?
Hasn't happened yet.
Well, hasn't happened yet. It'll happen when you get back on later.
Yes, it will.
It needs 2 people to be on.
Yeah. I'll have to get on then so that happens. Be back Wednesday, obviously, for Curse of Strahd. And then again on Friday, we're over with Yanti for Icespire Peak. So definitely come and hang out with us for that. It'll be a lot of fun. I've completed all the city maps for Paradigm 2. I've got all the text files done today. I'll put all that into Foundry in the next couple of days. Maybe do some more map making. Do some more different things for battle maps. And then I'll be spending a bit of time once, because that's pretty much Paradigm 2 just about set to go in Foundry. Just obviously players, once we get that organised, we've got time for that. I'll be transferring Strahd stuff over to Foundry. That'll be my next big thing. I've already got Velaki and all that stuff in, moving stuff in so I can get ahead where you guys are at Curse of Strahd at the moment. Once I've got all that in, then we can look at doing off camera. We'll get everyone in to make sure tokens work properly. Which should be fun. Seeing battle maps to be had. Curse of Strahd with Foundry. So, without further ado, I'd like to say thank you very much for everyone for coming tonight. Thank you, players. Thank you, Mina, for joining us. A lot of fun. We'll probably see you again next week.
Thank you for having me.
a problem. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.